For years the smartphone war has been a stalemate, a predictable back and forth, but what you're about to see changes everything. Samsung isn't just releasing new phones in 2025, they've declared war. In this video we're breaking down the 3 phones from Samsung that have left Apple with no answer. We're talking about a foldable that's thinner than your credit card, a camera that can see in the dark like a predator, and a battery that, well, let's just say you'll charge it once and forget what a charger even is. One of these devices is so powerful it might just be illegal in some countries. Stick with me because by the end of this you'll know exactly which Samsung phone is secretly built for you and the one you should avoid at all costs. Starting at number 1. Galaxy S25 and S25. The first place to start when considering a Samsung phone is the Galaxy S25 series. 7/10, Wired recommends, the company's current flagship lineup. Not much has changed from its predecessors. Seriously, many of the specs are identical, but that doesn't stop them from being excellent and reliable smartphones. The Galaxy S25 is the smallest of the lot with a 6.2-inch screen, and then there's the Galaxy S25 Plus at 6.7 inches. Choosing between them largely depends on whether you want a small, pocketable phone or a big display. There are minuscule differences in some specs, such as how the S25 Plus comes with 256 gigabytes of storage, and the bigger size means a beefier battery, but they're more alike than ever before. You get every high-end feature you can think of, from UFS 4.0 storage speeds to brilliantly bright AMOLED displays with high 120Hz refresh rates that ratchet down to 1 Hz to be more energy efficient. The batteries typically last a full day of average use with around 30 to 40% left, and there's an excellent triple camera system with 3x optical zoom, an ultrawide in addition to the main camera, and a strong selfie shooter. These phones also put out some of the best video footage out of the box, so they're great for budding TikTokers. Arguably, the most notable improvement over prior models is performance. The efficient Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset paired with Samsung's improved cooling technology means it can handle demanding games like Genshin Impact with fewer stutters and without getting warm too quickly. I'm not fond of the design, they're a bit bland, but at least you can snag them in some unique colors exclusive to Samsung.com. Number 2. Galaxy S25 Ultra. Want the best Samsung has to offer? That'd be the Galaxy S25 Ultra. 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, though it doesn't feel as ultra as its predecessors. This phone shares many specs and features with the standard Galaxy S25 series. Even the design is unified, but it has more durable front glass for better drop protection and scratch resistance, as well as a titanium frame. However, this doesn't mean it's less prone to breakage. Use a case. It's the biggest phone of the trio, meaning it has the largest battery, which can extend into the morning of a second day. Notably, the S25 Ultra has a built-in stylus. You pull it out from the bottom and start writing on the screen to jot down notes or doodle when bored on a Zoom call. Unfortunately, Samsung removed the ability to use it as a Bluetooth remote for the camera. Speaking of, the cameras are where it goes the extra mile. Not only is the main camera a 200-megapixel shooter that can preserve more details, but there are also 2 telephoto cameras in addition to the new and improved 50-megapixel ultra-wide. At 3x and 5x, you have better zoom options with great quality, though this starts to diminish in low light. I do miss the 10x optical zoom from the Galaxy S23. The ultrawide also performs well in low light and has delivered sharper results than the Google Pixel 9 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. Number 3. Galaxy S24 FE. The Galaxy S24 FE brings the top-of-the-line features from last year's flagship, the Galaxy S24, to a more palatable price. FE stands for Fan Edition, though this moniker never made much sense to me because wouldn't a Samsung fan want to save up for the flagship? In any case, the S24 FE is only worth buying if you can catch it on sale for around $500 or below. Anything more, and you may as well buy a Galaxy S24, used or new, or wait for the Galaxy S25 to dip on sale. I used the S24 FE for close to a month and had a perfectly fine time with it. It uses Samsung's Exynos processor, and I haven't had any performance issues whatsoever. My benchmark scores put it a smidge below the Galaxy S24 and its Snapdragon chipset. You still get access to all the original Galaxy AI features, nearly the same triple camera experience, the 7-year software update policy, and perks like IP68 water resistance and wireless charging. What you miss out on are a higher resolution display, extra RAM, and more storage options. The bezels are a smidge thicker around the screen, which doesn't support LTPO, the tech that allows the display to move from 1 Hz to 120 Hz to conserve battery life. The fingerprint scanner is also optical and not ultrasonic, and while it's been quite responsive for me, ultrasonic scanners are often more reliable. Battery life has been solid. After several weeks of use, I averaged 30% left in the tank by midnight, and that's with a few hours of GPS navigation and music streaming thrown in, not to mention too many hours of riffling through Instagram Reels. Number 4. Galaxy S25 Edge. Have you ever wanted a really thin and lightweight phone? No? Well, Samsung has an option for you anyway. The late-entry Galaxy S25 Edge, 6 out of 10, Wired review, sits in the middle of Samsung's flagship lineup and matches several features of the Galaxy S25 Ultra, like a titanium frame, stronger front glass, and 4K 120 frames per second video recording. All the cameras even have autofocus. But it made several sacrifices to achieve its amazingly slim 5.8mm frame. For context, the S25 Ultra is 8.2mm thick. There's no stylus, no telephoto camera, and worst of all, the battery capacity has been slashed. We've seen this before. Thin phones have always compromised on battery life, and that's no different here. I constantly had to baby this phone's 3,900 mAh battery with average to heavy usage, and that's just not acceptable for a $1,100 smartphone today. If you find yourself constantly near a power source and you think you'll enjoy the slim and light design, then go for it. It's still an excellent flagship in many other ways. But battery life is routinely a top concern for most people, and it'll disappoint here. Number 5. Galaxy Z Flip7. Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip7, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, isn't my favorite flip-style folding phone. That'd be the Motorola Razr Ultra, but this version has made some nice changes that make the phone thinner with bigger screens and a more durable hinge mechanism. The external screen is now 4.1 inches, so you can see more content at a glance, though annoyingly, you need to install an app called Multistar if you want to open any app on this display. Open it up and you get a 6.9-inch screen that's bright, sharp, and colorful. Performance is great, though the phone does get a little too warm for my liking. Unfortunately, battery life is lackluster. Most people may struggle to last a full day on a single charge. The cameras are solid, but Samsung is facing serious competition this year from the Razr Ultra. In head-to-head comparisons, I ended up liking more photos from the Razr over the Flip7, which is quite shocking considering Samsung usually wins in the camera department. Still, if you want to stick with a Samsung phone, it'll get far more software updates and has a better repair network. After all, the Flip7 is a satisfactory update that looks great and is wonderfully pocketable. And there you have it, the blueprint of Samsung's absolute dominance this year. Whether you're a creative professional, a power user, or just someone who wants a phone that won't quit, one of these devices is your perfect match. Ready to make your move? I've gathered all the latest links, live prices, and exclusive launch offers for every single phone we discussed. They're all waiting for you right down in the video description. If this breakdown helped you see the future of mobile tech, do me a huge solid, smash the like button, share this with your friends, especially the ones on Team Apple, and subscribe for the real no-fluff tech insights. The battle is just heating up. I'll see you in the next one.